While continuing the unit staffing, today we will learn our next topic, that is training and development. It is our unit 6.4, the chapter number 6.4 in unit 6, in which you just come to know that what is training and development. If we talk about the complete unit that we have started, see, it is here on the whiteboard. We have started the unit staffing first, in which the first step is the estimating the manpower. The second step is recruitment, that we also did in complete chapter, in which we learned the sources of recruitment as well. After that, the selection, a complete selection process is there to select a candidate. So selection is to be done in a complete chapter. While after selecting an employee who has to do the job or the work at your workplace or in the organization, it becomes very much compulsory to train him, because the training enhance the skills, the aptitude level, the attitude level, and enhance the knowledge of the person as well. So let's see what is the basic difference between the training and development. Let's come to the flow chart, or the mind map is given over here, in which the title is given in the center, that is training and development. On the above of the title, in the green box, you can see it is highlighted the meaning. It refers to the process by which the aptitude, skills, and abilities of the employee to perform the specific job are increased. Because training is also always given for those activities that is to be done by the person for a specific work or specific work profile that is assigned to him to do at that place in the organization. He has to do a specific task for which he or she is appointed. So again, I'm telling you, it refers to a process by which the aptitude, skills, and abilities of the employees to perform the specific jobs are increased. Now the training is of two types. If I scroll the screen, you can see over here, it is the on-job training and off-job training. Training has two types. One is on-the-job training. It refers to that method of training, the basic theme of which is learning while doing. The basic theme of on-the-job training is learning while doing. In this method is applied on the workplace. Wherever the person is working, at that place, the training is provided to him or her. That is known as the on-the-job training. Off-the-job training, it refers to the method of the training, the basic theme of which is learning before doing. Before going to the workplace, you have not to do that kind of training on your workplace. Before going to the workplace, a demonstration is to be taken place, a lab area is there in which that training is to be done. That is known as of the job training. If I talk about further in detail about the on-job training, it is the induction training, it is the apprenticeship training, and the third one is the internship training. And of the job training is the vestibule training. The vestibule training is the example of or the type of the job training, while the induction, apprenticeship, and internship are the methods of on the job training. Now, induction method. In induction method, it refers to the training which is imparted to acquaint the newly appointed employees with their job and organization. Now, see, whenever any new person is appointed to the organization, what happened in that case? He is not familiar with the environment. He is not familiar with about the disciplinary parameters, about anything, the methods, the way, the culture of the organization. So whosoever is appointed at the new level, at the fresh level, when the training is to be arranged for the freshers or the new appointed employees of the companies, that is known as induction training. Apprenticeship training. Apprenticeship training is the training when training is put under the guidance of an expert to acquire the higher level of skill. You know, today is the time of innovation. The time is changing day by day. The new ideas, the new software, new techniques of doing the work, new methodologies are coming into the market. So in order, if you want to survive in the market, if you want to compete your competitor, that become very much necessary for you and your business organization, that your staff should be as competent. So your staff should be well aware about each and every new technology or the innovation taking place in their nature of business. So apprenticeship training is provided to the people who are just working in the organization earlier, but it enhance or increase the level of the knowledge as well as skills of the people who are working over there. For an example, earlier to this, everything was manual when the computers innovated. After the innovation of computer, when the computers come into existence, the people were not able to know that how it is to be operated. And what happened? A training program has been developed for those people that how the computer is to be operated. Then the people are able to know. The earlier those who were just doing those activities manually, now they can just do all the work computerized. But nowadays, you know very well, the computer has become the part of everybody's personal life as well as the curriculum. You people, for you people, computer is nothing. But when it come into existence for last so many years before, for those people who were not in habit, and that's a new innovation for those people, that's a very different thing. So in order to enhance their knowledge and skills about the computers and how the working of the computer is to be done, a training program definitely is required. So in this way, whenever time to time and any software updated, any of the new technique come into existence, the our people who are just working there in our organization already, they require the training, and it is known as the apprenticeship training. The next is the internship training. You people come to know when we do MBBS or any doctorate, or when we do MBA, CA, any kind of professional degree, law, internship. Internship means we have to just do the work under the person who is already have the knowledge or skills about that particular work. We just appoint any we just join any of the organization in which we have to work and enhance our practical knowledge as well as skills, because in our study time we enhance our theory part, but in case of internship training, the person who is just appointed there, he just get the knowledge from the business organization that is related to their workplace, that is related to their task to be done after completion of their studies. So like the doctors just appoint the doctors or hospitals, the lawyers, the interns who is just doing the law, they just join the lawyers, CA join the associates, and they just work on those workplaces and just come to know that what is to be done in the workplace actually. So it is all those methods that are to be given as a training. These are ways of training to the personnel on that is your induction, apprenticeship, and internship training. Of the job. Of the job means learning before doing. It's the vestibule training. Vestibule training refers to which is imparted in a dummy classroom to train the employees to handle sophisticated machinery and equipment. Because like in the chemical labs and all these are a type of there, and when you do a surgery, you just come to know that on the dead bodies or on the animals, the experiments are to be done directly. It is never be happen if you want to be a surgeon and directly they just send you to the operation theater to do the surgery first time. No, firstly you have to do the surgery in the laboratory or the dummy area on the animals or the dead bodies as well, and then you can go in the very similar to that where the chemicals are to be used. there also the first thing you have to do the work in the laboratory areas, and then you have to go for the actual performance or the work. So this kind of training is known as the vestibular training. So it is all about the training that we did. Now the question arises, if the training is bad, then what is development? See, here we have done the meaning of the training by which aptitude, skills and abilities of the employee to perform a specific job increased. If I talk about the meaning of development, it refers to the process designed to provide learning opportunities for the overall growth of the employee. So there is a difference when the process of is designed to provide the learning opportunities for the overall growth, not for a specific work, not for a specific job. It not only develop your abilities and aptitude, it just do the overall enhancement. When the overall enhancement is done, it is known as the development. So now see what are the features of development. Features of development that is related to managers always. Usually the development programs are to be arranged for the top level or the middle level, upper level managers, more focused on the future, emphasis on the all-rounder development. It also emphasis on the education, then on training. Development programs are usually done to educate somebody, and it is used to develop the hidden talent of the employees. It also to train the employee for accepting the challenges in the job, and on the job of the job training methods are used always here, and more emphasis is also given on the reasoning and analytical evaluation. This is all about the basic features. Means when we talk about, we can say the intellectual enhancement of a person, then it is known as the development. Basic features of development are these. Now, you learn that what is development, what is training. Now come to know, do you feel that training is important? Yes, training is very much important, and its importance is so wide. Before learning the importance, let's go through the features of the training also, because we have done the methods of the training, the meaning of the training, the meaning of the development, and features of the development also. Now you can identify the features of training so easily. It's the expense on a training is investment and not the wastage. Yes, absolutely. Sometimes you have the short question of carry 3 mark also, that expense is done on the training, because whenever the training is to be done, huge cost is to be bear by the business. So whatever the expense is to be done on the training, that's an investment, because we are just training our employee. When we train them, what happen in return? It will enhance their aptitude, attitude, and the way of working. As the enhancement of the employee will be enhancement of the organization itself. So expense on those people who are getting to be trained in the organization, that is an investment itself. It is not the wastage at all, and relates to a specific job, no doubt. Again and again we are doing in the meaning as well. The training is related to a specific job. It is also beneficial to both to organization as well as employee. We can't say the training is only beneficial to the employees. We can't say the training is only beneficial to the organization. It's beneficial to what? Whether the organization is there or whether the employees are there. So the next feature is a continuous process. Yes, training is the endless process, because time is changing, going on. The new ideas, the new methods are also there, and it's just keep on doing. We have to do our work, and simultaneously we have to train ourselves, and we have to learn the new skills. We have to develop or enhance our aptitude as well as the attitude. And training and development are different from each other, and training and education are also different from each other. So this is all about the features of the training. Let's do how the training important. It is important for the organization as well as employee. No doubt for employee, it increase the capacity and efficiency of the employee. It also increase their market value and Fewer accident means it just reduce the accident. Accident means mishappenings can be reduced because the person is trained and well aware about each and every technique that is to be adopted. Then the chances of the accident will be less. And when the person is doing the job is full of knowledge, full of the techniques, then the job satisfaction will be more because he feel confident that whatever he is doing, he is just doing at its best. Suppose, for an example, I'm teaching you about the training and development. Suppose it is do so that I'm not able to tell you, I'm not able to operate this online class, and I am not have that theoretical knowledge about the concept. And then can the confidence will be built in me to tell you? No. But if I have the complete knowledge about my work, about the concept that I have to deliver, so I know the way how the lecture is to be delivered, no doubt it just gives me a job satisfaction that I have given the best guidance to my students. So what is the training I have taken? For the last so many years, again and again, I'm teaching to my students. It's a training in itself, and it just become the on-the-job training. With the change in era, I just come to know that what are the new methods, what is the psychology of the student, how we have to deal with them. In this way only, we can able to deliver a good lecture or guidance to our student. For the organization, now the training program no doubt is very much important for the organization as well, because it is the most economical and it just gives the best use of the material and the equipment that are to be going to be used in the organization. When the people are trained, they just use their they do the work effectively as well as efficiently. And when the job is done effectively and efficiently, no doubt it improves the quality as well the quantity of the output. The less requirement of the supervision. When the people are enough trained to do the work, the need of the supervision become so less. Reduce labor turnover and absenteeism. The people who are very much familiar about their job, they become confident and they enjoy their job to do. So in that case, the labor turnover as well as absenteeism rate always be reduced. It also improve the adaptability. Adapt word I hope everybody has listened. Adapt means to accept the changes. So when the training is to be done, the people will become very much easy. They feel easy to accept any of the change that is taken place in the environment. So improvement in the adaptability, because it is very much difficult to adapt. You have seen a small change when take place. When the climate change, what happens? Yeah, when there is summers or when there is winters, our body reacts immediately. So when our body is not able to accept these small changes, then how can you imagine that it is possible to adapt the surroundings or all the other things or the new ways to do the work? It is not possible to adapt those things. So if the people are get trained, then it will become very easy for them to adapt all those changes that taken place in their surroundings as well as workplace. So it is all about for the day that we have to do. If anybody have any doubt, please ask.